So I want to explain how the networking is going to change in the new version of SAR Assist. And I think a diagram is going to be the most useful way to do that. So the way that it works now, you start SCA up on one computer. That's number one. And then you start it up on a second computer, or a third, or a fourth. And you say, all right, I want to network to the original one. Great. When you do that, everything about the task from this computer is sent to that. It's a one-way transaction, so that everything on the main one that's set as a server gets sent to the second computer connecting, after which they go back and forth. Anything that's done on one is done to the other. If at some point they get disconnected, then it all basically starts again. So if that gets disconnected and then reconnected, just erase some of this. So you disconnected, say your local network fails, or it's on a laptop and you took it out of the wireless range, or whatever the case may be. When you go to reconnect them, even if you've done, say you've done a bunch of things on this one and you've done a bunch of things on this one, when you go to reconnect, as it works right now, everything from the host goes back to the client and erases all of this. It's all gone. It gets replaced with all of this stuff. And then once they're reconnected, obviously they share information back and forth. So that's how it works now. How it's going to work in the future, I'll just change colors here to be different. So that's how it's going to work in the future. It starts the same way. So it still starts with that initial connection. The host provides the task data to the one that's connecting. After that, if you disconnect, so there's the main server there. It's number two. So they connected, everything from here copied that way. But then they got disconnected and continued to work. So we did some stuff there. We did some stuff on this one. Maybe it's a laptop that went out into the field or whatever. Then they get back together, assuming they're both still operating off the same task. When they reconnect, it will actually resynchronize. And so all of this stuff will go here, all this stuff will go here, and it'll sort out the newest version of each item. So if you added some extra, say some of these were assignments, they will show up here on the server and onto any other computers that were connected as well. And if, say you made some changes to an item over here, you worked on the briefing over here, say this one's the briefing, but you also worked on the briefing on this computer because you weren't coordinating yourselves well, the system will automatically take whichever version of the briefing was done more recently. I know that's not how you spell recent, but it's what it's going to be now. So it'll take whatever one is the more recent of the two and use that. Additionally, with the new version of the program, because we've got the ability to roll things back, if you do have that happen and you wanted the earlier version, you can just revert back to the earlier version. So hopefully this new method for the networking is going to be a lot better. It's going to handle unstable networks and things like that a lot more gracefully than the old system, where again you risk a lot of lost data. Like you risk this problem here where you lose all that data you did while you were working on the disconnected computer. So when you go to reconnect, as it is now, you would lose it. In the new system, it'll be synchronized. So hopefully that solves some problems for folks. I'm looking forward to hearing less complaints about the networking.